He kissed me in the hallway before work, said he'd call me at lunch, but instead, he spent the entire afternoon with her, his old friend from childhood who just moved back to town. I knew about her before he did, though. I'd spent months tracking her through social media, piecing together the clues my father left behind, sweating over old yearbooks and half-buried secrets until I was sure she was my half-sister, the one my mother refused to talk about. When I found out he'd never actually met her in person, I set the whole thing up, introduced them at a party, watched the electricity snap between them from across the room, acting like it was all an accident. He started coming home late, eyes shining with guilt and excitement, and I pretended not to notice. I let him spiral, let him think he was getting away with something, while she texted me for advice about him, never knowing I was the girlfriend she was accidentally falling for. I made sure they'd bump into each other everywhere, at the gym, at the bar where I knew he'd be with friends, at the coffee shop I told her was the best in town. When he finally left me for her, he didn't even try to hide the relief on his face, and she hugged me, apologizing for stealing my boyfriend but giddy with the thrill of it. They didn't know they were sisters. I could see it every time they stood together, how they both tilted their heads the same way when they laughed, how their eyes darted around a room looking for exits, just like our father did. I fed the fire, dropped hints about family, asked questions I knew would make them curious, but always stopped short of telling the truth. If I revealed it, I'd lose my leverage, and the chaos I'd built would collapse. But the moment I saw them together at my father's funeral, holding hands, crying over a man neither one of them really knew, I felt something break inside me. All the revenge in the world couldn't fill the hole he left in both our lives. I realized I'd built my entire world around hurting two people who never hurt me, just so I wouldn't have to feel alone. In the end, the secret wasn't about them, it was about me, and how far I'd go to make someone else pay for my loneliness.